This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, he told his team this week that this is what he envisioned for them this season. Even though they lost the first game of the year, they have reeled off 5 straight wins, and he understands this team has what it takes to be special. Putting that adversity and that challenging start to the season behind them, they have what it takes to make big noise here starting today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Sends it back in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Owens. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on third down, Carr turns it upfield. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And it's decision time on this first drive, and I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation, trying to get points on this drive, establish yourself, be aggressive here on this 4th down.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Carr on play action. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They give it to him again. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. On the move. Right down the middle. Snags it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Driving forward, it's Mobley. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Reed rushes on, and he avoids the sack.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Scooped it, scored it, into the end. Touchdown, Irish!
And great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Under pressure. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The give is to Williams. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Throwing, Carr. Back's got... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got blocked out.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the back. Throwing, Reed. The short hands, it's Riley. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Owens. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Reed. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's a fumble. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Out wide right, it's Mobley. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Carr unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Here's a little room there. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Coleman Williams. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. breaks the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to get the corner. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
What a golden opportunity for this offense, scooping up the ball, and now they've got it inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Reed to throw. Out wide left, it's Owens. Makes the grab, but down immediately, he picks up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a 1st down. Well done.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And he gets rid of it.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Escapes the pressure to his right. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Back to throw, it's Carr. They're all over it. And it's a sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throwing, Carr. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the Purdue Boilermakers.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Might as well run him again. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Hits inside, it's Mobley. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Carr to throw. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Now here's Carr. Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Carr. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Here comes the heat. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. Second and long here. Throwing Reed. Escapes the pressure going right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Owens. There he goes. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Rush right in his face. He'll pull it down and run. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Offense gets set for second down. Quick handoff. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Look out! Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
Smart decision. It's third and short in the red zone. It's not there. You throw it away, and now you put it on your head coach. You want to go for this? on fourth, or are we kicking a field goal?
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He's changing the play. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give is to Williams. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Left side is Graham. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Carr above the noise. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. Drills him with the stiff arm. Takes it across the 20 inside the red zone, and they'll mark him out at the 19-yard line.
That's a bang-bang type play. RPO in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run it. It's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Play fake, Carr. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Out wide left, it's Riley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Reed makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Drives inside. Turning it on. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
Third down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Here's Reed to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Changing the routes with his receiver. On the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Texas A&M going quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Caught. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Bridge. Bang. Move.
Reed. Moving out to the right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Reed. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Again, it's Reed. He wants it all, throwing for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.
Black 14.
Reed to throw for it on fourth. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Swamped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll send the back in motion. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback. And when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the 4th down.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Rush is on. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Throwing Reed. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Magic. Rick. Whammy.
Reed to the air again. Stepping to the right. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fourth down, Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, Carr takes the easy completion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Now here's Carr. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense putting points on the board.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Reed. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. No need to go Joe Pisarcik, Larry Zonka here, Jesse. Just take the snap and kneel.
Don't need to be old school, although I do like the old school kneel play here. That is true. You just got to force your opponent to use their 1 timeout, and you've got this thing in the bag.
Yeah, and you can see on the sidelines, they're excited. They're celebrating this. They know this is over if the offense just takes care of the football.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.